Pawn Stars viewers were taken aback when word spread that Austin Lee Russell, alias Chumlee, had received a life sentence. The show's audience loved Chumlee because he was so easygoing and hilarious. Nobody had anticipated the sudden avalanche of legal issues that he would face for years. The daily drama at Rick Harrison's world-famous Las Vegas pawn shop, as well as the fascinating world of pawn shops, rare items, and tough talks, kept viewers captivated on Pawn Stars. The TV career that Chumlee had been building up to this point has suddenly taken a dark and unexpected turn. How could he have deserved such a severe penalty? If you want to know more about this disturbing case and how Chumlee's life took a dramatic turn, you should keep reading. The 8th of September 1982 was the birthplace of Austin Chumlee Russell in Henderson, Nevada. One well-known American entrepreneur and TV host is he. His friend's dad suggested the name Tennessee Tuxedo after noticing that he resembled the show's walrus character. Since then, he's gone by the name Chumlee. When they were little, they quickly became best friends. The pawn shop was established in 1989 by Rick, Corey's father, and Richard, his grandfather. Not long after, it became the backdrop for Pawn Stars. Starting at the age of 21, Chumlee worked his way up to pawn shop clerk. Shooting for Pawn Stars started in July 2009, after 5 years of being there. His responsibilities at the store included working behind the scenes, conducting tests, loading goods, and creating sales tickets for customers. Tragically, just 2 weeks prior to the premiere of Pawn Stars, his father passed away from pancreatic cancer. The production company Left Field Pictures consented that the renowned Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, a family-owned establishment in Las Vegas, Nevada, should host Pawn Stars. It was the History Channel that initially broadcast the show. You could shop at the store whenever you liked. The basic premise of the show is that it follows the daily activities of a pawn shop owner or employee as they buy, sell, and evaluate the worth of unique items that customers bring in. Pawn Stars was the History Channel's most popular show. Furthermore, following Jersey Shore in viewership, it was the second most popular reality program on television. The show's oddball Chumlee is frequently mocked for his lack of intelligence. However, Corey was impressed by his pinball skills in one episode. Chumlee became the beloved character of the show's viewers very fast. The success of the show inspired him to launch his own business, where he sells novelty items he designed and coordinates his public appearances. Rick Harrison bought half of his company from him in 2010 for nearly $160,000. Because of this, the pawn shop was able to process sales of goods more easily. His products outsold the rest of the group due to his immense fame. Chumlee is no stranger to hard labor. An assistant manager position at McDonald's was his initial employment, he claimed. While Rick was considering buying a Quiznos, Chumlee was asked to take over as manager. During this time, he also began working at the pawn shop. For 35 days in a row, he gave his all to both jobs. As the show's popularity grew, he began working full-time at the shop, and the rest is history. The show's success and the positive reception Rick received made him very happy. His co-stars Corey and Chumlee played themselves in an iCarly episode titled "I Lost My Head in Vegas." They had fun interacting with the main characters as they plotted the return of a misplaced item, much to the delight of fans of both shows. Chumlee has a reputation for being entertaining on the show. He adds a lot of humor to the show with his frequent jokes and ridicule of Rick. Their friendship seems genuine, which is why people enjoy watching them. Just being themselves, it seems. Rick went on to say that he and Chumlee are like family because they've worked together for nearly 20 years. His lighthearted nature contrasts with Rick's solemn demeanor, making their interactions entertaining to observe. Who watches Pawn Stars all the time? The fans adore Chumlee and Rick for their friendly and humorous personalities, which is a major factor. Quite a bit has changed hands on the show. While some of the sales were fantastic, others were less so. There were both positive and negative outcomes in Chumlee's life, which he experienced as a result of his own decisions. Truthfully, he was taken into custody in 2016, following a search of his apartment by law enforcement officers investigating a sexual assault. Strange things came up in the search, even though he was not charged with sexual abuse. Among the narcotics discovered by the authorities were crystal meth, Xanax, marijuana, and methamphetamine. Not only that, but there were multiple firearms and signs of probable drug use. The already existing legal issues were exacerbated by the omission of some of the firearms. Following his release from jail the following day on bond, Chumlee was ordered to appear in court a few days later. Several of the nearly 20 felonies against him included drug and gun offenses. It was reported by Chumlee's attorney David Chesnoff that his client had entered guilty pleas to 2 felonies, attempted drug possession and illegally possessing a firearm. He has agreed to 3 years of probation and therapy as terms of his plea deal. Charges of drug possession and illegal gun ownership, among others, diverged from the original investigation and had different legal consequences for him. He relinquished some firearms because he was not included in the inventory. While he was behind bars, the media mostly ignored him and told him to stay out of trouble. The news of death threats and life terms spread because of this. The charges were reduced to misdemeanors, which remained on Chumlee's record, and he remained completely clean throughout. Chumlee hit rock bottom when he disobeyed the law. Because he was widely believed to be the upbeat mascot of Pawn Stars, his demise shocked many. Just recently, Pawn Stars Chumlee's police record became public. His sexier side was actually a surprise to most. He surprised everyone, even himself, with the new side he revealed through his legal troubles. Things became even more contentious when Rick's mom went to court against him. Although Chumlee may still harbor some rebellious tendencies, he is currently avoiding trouble. Even if something is happening behind the scenes, he appears to have learnt his lesson. Lots of good things are in store for him if he continues along the correct path. Even the most ardent Pawn Stars fans would have lost interest in him if he was fired following another scandal. Chumlee is a pivotal character on Pawn Stars, despite his legal troubles. He also founded a successful candy store. He has expanded his business empire to include a candy store and an antique shop, in addition to his pawn shop. This demonstrates his ability to manage multiple businesses. With the opening of Chumlee's Candy on the Boulevard in Las Vegas in June 2017, Chumlee broadened his business interests. A candy store from yesteryear. The astute business community in downtown Las Vegas has heaped praise on him since he launched his own candy store. Old favorites like Pez and Abba Zaba are among the many unique candies available at this store, which also has multiple varieties of Jones drinks. The store also sells limited edition items, such as signed bobbleheads and souvenir keychains. Because of its convenient location next to the gold and silver pawn shop, the store has grown popular among tourists. Customers have raved about the variety of sweets and the opportunity to meet Chumlee at this shop. Every day the shop updates its social media followers on new products and events. On the whole, Chumlee's Candy on the Boulevard is a thriving business. Instagram is a great way for Chumlee to keep fans updated on his life and business. The unique and nostalgic items sold by Venture always bring a smile to customers' faces. Not content to rest on his laurels, this prominent figure in the candy pawn shop and antiques industries is constantly on the lookout for new ventures to pursue. He has proven time and time again that he can multitask well while still finding joy in life's little pleasures. For Chumlee, living life to the utmost meant making some difficult decisions. He decided to confront his weight directly. His girlfriend had urged him to take better care of his health, and he wanted to, so he decided to lose weight. 2 weeks prior to the premiere of Pawn Stars, his father passed away from pancreatic cancer, as previously mentioned. At 54 years of age, he existed. Chumlee learned the hard way how crucial it is to take care of his health. In an effort to improve his health, Chumlee began consuming less red meat, increasing his vegetable intake, and avoiding unhealthy foods. He started his day with a drink, followed a balanced diet, and exercised 6 days a week. He continued to alter his eating habits and exercise routine in an effort to shed pounds. On a daily basis, he worked on improving his diet and exercising. He lost over 75 pounds and has managed to maintain his weight loss. Many of those who have followed his journey have been deeply touched by his transformation. After he lost weight, he felt better physically and mentally. He made this decision with the hopes of improving his appearance and extending his life expectancy. Thus far, his dreams have come true. He recently came to the realization that his carefree existence was insufficient. He was enjoying a period of relative success. The primary concern that he had once again was his weight. To improve his mobility and overall quality of life, he decided to undergo a radical transformation. It was for this reason that he decided to get surgery. Gastric bypass surgery was the procedure that Chumlee ultimately chose to undergo. It was well known that he had attempted healthy weight loss through exercise and diet before deciding to have surgery, but he had regained part of the weight. He made the decision to undergo bariatric surgery in order to finally put an end to his struggles with his weight. He shed an incredible 160 pounds after undergoing surgery. The truth is that many famous people on reality TV have undergone bariatric procedures. Both 90 Day Fiancé's Angela Deem and 1,000 Ilby sisters Tammy Slayton did it and lost 420 pounds. Chumlee was able to do things he couldn't do before, after losing a lot of weight. For instance, he was previously unable to ride a helicopter, but after losing a significant amount of weight, he was finally able to do it. Losing weight remains a significant aspect of his story, even though his remarkable transformation following gastric bypass surgery became apparent in 2021. He transformed his outlook on life and gained new opportunities after losing over 150 pounds, which improved his health. In 2024, you can still buy a variety of candies, both old and new, at Chumlee's Candy on the Boulevard. Customers have complimented the store's unique assortment of both common and unusual sweets. However, since October 7th last year, the store's main Instagram account has not posted any new pictures. In his most recent update, Chumlee expressed his sorrow over Forrest's passing. This revealed his more vulnerable side. In December, Chumlee visited the candy store to chat with customers and friends. Fans were even invited to meet him in person through the store's Facebook page, which was used to announce the video. However, no new content has been shared on the Facebook page since that post in December 2020, and people in search of a sugar rush continued to flock to the candy store in Las Vegas. Despite the lack of recent social media activity, the social media activity of Chumlee has not ceased. He frequently updates his Instagram followers on both his professional and personal life. Being a famous figure in the candy, souvenir, and pawnshop industries, he has expanded his brand beyond Pawn Stars. He has become more famous in many places thanks to his business endeavors, like Chumlee's Candy on the Boulevard. Chumlee does more than just run his business. He also occasionally visits his candy store, talks to fans online and in person, and more. Despite his past legal issues, he has managed to re-establish his business and retain his fan base. Chumlee is still thriving and capitalizing on new opportunities in TV, business, and social media. Despite the fact that his store's social media activity has decreased, the release of Pawn Stars Do America presented one such opportunity. The hit game show Pawn Stars was the inspiration for this spin-off. In order to locate rare and significant artifacts, Chumlee and the rest of the cast traveled across the nation. The show features an assortment of fascinating artifacts, including an autograph from Van Morrison, vintage neon signs, and rare comic books. It is believed that Chumlee was in Detroit filming an episode of his show. It was April 3rd, 2024, according to Michigan Live, when the Detroit episode aired. This proves that Chumlee remains a pivotal character in Pawn Stars. While the first episode aired in their Las Vegas pawn shop, Pawn Stars, Do America sent the crew on a cross-country road trip. Instead of sitting around and hoping for sellers to find them, they set out across the United States, chatting with industry insiders, mingling with devoted fans, and closing deals during their visit. This new approach makes shopping and selling more like a thrilling cross-country treasure hunt. Fans of history and antiques enjoyed the show because it took them on an exciting journey where they could discover rare and valuable items at each stop. Chumlee maintained his significance even in the original Pawn Stars series. After his troubles, Chumlee stopped posting as frequently on social media, making it difficult to follow his activities. Furthermore, it is worth noting that Chumlee's personal Instagram account has been inactive for some time now, leading to speculation regarding his current activities. Questions like these were promptly addressed when he discussed his own video game. Without a doubt, Chumlee is overjoyed to have his very own video game. The Quest for Pinky is the name of Chumlee's adventure. In an interview with Looper, he expressed his enthusiasm for the project and his fondness for classic Nintendo games. I don't play games as much as I used to, very rarely these days, but I still play a little. Growing up on Nintendo was really cool, Chumlee said. As a kid, he adored this game because it brought back fond memories of Kung Fu and other classic Nintendo titles. I figured it would be fun to make my own video because they're so popular. There are collectors who love these kinds of games, so I teamed up with some other people and made a really cool one. Homebrew games are games that are made independently for older consoles, typically in limited physical editions. Collectors and fans of the original Chumlee's adventure games will enjoy this market's take on the quest for Pinky. Players assume the role of Chumlee and must aid him in his quest to rescue Pinky, his cherished dog. Similar to classic platformers, the action is side-scrolling. Along the way, they encounter challenges, adversaries, and hidden surprises. If you can complete the game without taking damage, you will unlock secret content, according to Chumlee's hint at a special challenge for serious gamers. Collectors of vintage video games and Pawn Stars fans alike have nothing but praise for the game. It honors Chumlee's lighthearted personality while transporting you to the golden age. His Chumlee Collects Instagram made his fans happy because it showed that he was enjoying himself again. The Pawn Stars actor wore a colorful towel with a graffiti-style design reminiscent of the work of the renowned artist Keith Haring from the 1980s. According to an exciting update from San Diego Comic-Con 2024, Chumlee exuded confidence and style, and his noticeable weight loss since surgery is evidence of his success in maintaining his new physique. Showing off his latest Pokemon card, Chumlee drank coffee from a Japanese-themed mug with images of cats and mouse. In his post, he has a long history of collecting these cards. He reported, San Diego Comic-Con 2024 was amazing. He said, I've made better ties with people I've only recently met, and met some great people who I've looked up to for years. Everybody had a blast. The next show would be great if you could all playing Pokemon cards is a great way to celebrate the return of Monday. Pokeballs and Pawn Stars are what Chumlee gathers. Marvel fans were ecstatic when Robert Downey Jr. unexpectedly showed up at a major event at Comic-Con. His fellow heroes from Chumlee were able to finally meet. On Chumlee Collect, he posted a photo with Stan Sakai, Mitsuhiro Arita, and Todd McFarlane, three famous figures in the worlds of comics and collecting, meeting and chatting with some of the most famous names in comics and collectibles, which Chumlee Fantasy a more elaborate desktop set, featuring adorable Pokemon figures, was among the many collectibles that Chumlee shared upon his return from California. He appeared completely relaxed as he lounged around the house in his slippers. According to one fan, Chumlee's voice is so soothing, we should get an audiobook from him. His update was well received by fans. Evidently, Chumlee is still incredibly enthusiastic about making friends and chatting with them. It's wonderful to watch Chumlee making positive changes to her life. He appears to have moved on from his legal trouble and is now content with life's little pleasures. Due to his extensive time in the spotlight, Chumlee has undergone remarkable transformations. He has gotten out of legal trouble and is now enjoying life to the fullest, pursuing his and forging meaningful connections with those around him. Even though Chumlee has been relatively silent for a while, he is still not entirely unknown. Many, however, are familiar with Tale from Pawn Stars and his remarkable transformation and fitness. His main Instagram account may not get many posts, but he still manages to amass a dedicated following of over 800,000. We have faith that his followers will be pleased to engage with him if he increases the frequency of his posts. Chumlee evidently has a certain allure that draws in viewers. He manages to be both humorous and serious all at once, making him an intriguing character. Chumlee's journey has been absolutely incredible. Starting off as an apprentice at a pawn shop, he gracefully rose through the ranks to become a reality TV star, entrepreneur, and his transformation in body and mind illustrates the power of adaptation and personal growth, proving that setbacks need not dictate a person's destiny. Despite her history of mischief, Chumlee continues to enjoy widespread acclaim. He has a special talent for making his fans feel comfortable around, which is why he remains one of the most beloved reality TV stars. By attending Comic-Con, he demonstrated that he is still comfortable in the limelight, albeit on his own terms. Chumlee will definitely be around as long as Pawn Stars do. America keeps providing him with new adventures, and he experiments with new business ideas. His story is still being shared as he prioritizes his well-being, pursues his hobbies, and forges meaningful connections.